Hello, welcome back. So today we are going to be doing the second installment of the Crystals for Intermediate series. So today we are going to be talking about petrified wood, phoenix stone, and blue lace agate. So the first one we are going to be talking about is petrified wood. Now you can see right up here I have a fairly large petrified wood sphere. Forgot what I was talking about 2 seconds into this video. Petrified wood sphere up here. I also have a Merkaba that comes in slabs and many different forms, but petrified wood is essentially a mineral similar to Orthoceras, which is fossilized. My new Guwak is coming out. It's similar to Orthoceras in the sense that it is a petrified wood mineral, or fossil, if you will. Orthoceras, if you remember, is fossilized squid, but this is petrified wood, and it is formed in 4 key steps. The first being the burial stage. So if a tree falls, it gets kind of absorbed into the earth, whether that be in soil, sand, volcanic ash, depending on where you live. But this is it gets quickly covered by sediment. So again, tree falls in a forest, gets covered by sediment. The next step is the anaerobic environment, basically meaning that based on the lack of oxygen, the wood gets preserved from normal decay, or prevents normal decay from happening by bacteria and fungi. And then you get the mineral infusion. So quartz is the main kind of component that you will see in petrified wood, a silica mineral. It is mineral-rich ground waters flowing through the particular porous wood that is petrified. And then it gets permineralized. So minerals fill the cell spaces, replacing the organic mineral with stone and other materials. So this is a really cool fossilized structure. You can see the 3D detail in it, which is really cool. Has a really cool mineral composition. And this gets its color mainly from iron creations and copper as well. Copper creates the greens, reds, and oranges. Iron creates the red and orange components, and then copper creates the green. Can vary in different colors based on what minerals are in them. I am so sorry, my words. But this can usually include quartz, amethyst, citrine, or banded chalcedony, or agate. So famous locations of this are the Petrified Forest National Park and Theodore Roosevelt National Park, kind of feature the most prevalent sources of petrified wood. So petrified wood is a very calming energy. So the reason I am putting petrified wood into the intermediate category versus the expert category is because this is one that does have a very grounding energy. As you can imagine, being a material from the earth, it is kind of rooted in the root chakra and can help you with any kind of grounding work you need in meditation rituals, or just really grounding energy in your home, in your room, or any kind of space that you would really need extra grounding. Can create a really good headspace for clarity if you are looking for clarity in any kind of situations you're dealing with. This also can help a lot with ancestral history. Since this is technically a fossil, the fossilization process really does help with ancestral recall. So if you want to connect with ancestors, if you have like a grandparent or a great-grandparent that has passed away and you want to kind of connect with them, this is a really good stone to use in meditation for that purpose. Really cool narrative there. But this is a very high vibrating stone. So the vibrations that flow through this provide essential nutrients for growth and rejuvenation, while also unlocking a pathway to past lives. There we go. So this one is a really good one. Again, if you are looking to get into ancestral realms. So this one I think is, again, kind of in that intermediate category versus the expert, because I do think there are other stones like celestite, like citrine. There's quite a few others that I'll go over in the expert category as well, but this is a really good entry level stone to get into kind of past life work, ancestral work, while still being a very grounded and very clarifying energy, and not being super intense, like you're going to get super weird like flashbacks or messages or any weird vibrations with this. I think petrified wood is a very good, again, just introductory stone to ancestral meditation, which is really cool. This one is, it does have a really natural healing aspect to it, naturalistic healing vibrations as well. This one does have energies that can emulate with a much higher frequency when being channeled outside, especially during the hours of dawn or dusk. So really good right in the evening, like 5-6 o'clock, or right in the morning, kind of right when you're waking up. Really good to connect with this stone and meditate with it to get into kind of the more ancestral realms of everything. It can help with the total life force energy, which is really cool. In ancient civilizations, they used this stone a lot for sound frequencies, which can help with releasing total control to the vibrational energy. So really giving yourself to this energy to connect with it and being able to tap into that ancestral realm again, which is another reason that I put this in the intermediate category, because this can be a little bit overwhelming if you are choosing to use this in meditation as a beginner. Really beautiful stone to add to your collection at any point, really. And again, that's kind of the basis of all of these videos. You can buy these at any point in your journey. Just if you are in tune with crystal energies just generally, if you're looking to meditate and work with these stones in a way to help get guidance or clarity or tap into different realms, this is one that I wouldn't want to start with right away. But this is the third eye and root chakra, again, just being a natural stone coming from trees and roots of trees can really help root you in to kind of help you just be rooted in yourself, in your being, in your confidence. And you can see in this too, a little section of this, the little bottom slice, there is a little bit of silica in this, like a quartz. But this, yeah, you can see this is a tree. Hello. So this one is really good for self-healing, again, getting into past lives, just knowledge, generally physical healing. It can help with truth, abundance, growth, ancient knowledge. There we go. I can read. It's fine. And this also can help with past life recall, trust, connecting with nature. So really good if you want to go do like an early morning or nighttime hike and use this in nature. Really good way to connect with that there. This also has a really good effect on calming impatience. Really good for most all of the zodiac signs. So you can use this just kind of whenever, and it is a 7 on the Mohs hardness scale. So that is a petrified wood. We are going to jump into blue lace agate next. So jumping into blue lace agate is a very calming energy, similar to howlite, but I would say in a vibrational sense, this is a step up from howlite, which is again why it is in this category. Similar to petrified wood, it is a very good grounding energy, which is why I paired them together. I promise you, there is a method to the madness. I promise. So this is a very good stone for connecting to your throat chakra, which facilitates calm and clear communication. So this is also used for balancing stress and helping with spiritual growth. Again, which is why it's paired in the same category for me as petrified wood, because both stones and used together can be very, very good if you are looking to get spiritual guidance and spiritual growth as well. So this one is very good for stress and tranquility. So a really good one to have in your room, by your bedside table, by kind of, if you work in an office, you could have this by your office, in your desk, on your desk, somewhere in your library, I don't have a library, but if you ever go to a library, a good one to carry with you when you are like studying or dealing with, like if you're a student dealing with exams or just dealing with stressful presentations, something like that. This is a very calming energy just to have with you in those particular instances. Of course, you can use it in any situation, a very good one to just have on you generally, but it is a very tranquil and calming stone to have with you. It is really good for alleviating anxiety and stress, and then helping with nervous tension and bringing a very, very intense sense of inner peace and serenity. which is nice. So anyways, getting into a couple more of the properties, it is very good for emotional healing as well, which again is why it pairs so well with the petrified wood, because this does help with emotional healing as well. So they are both very good grounding stones and can work very well together in meditation to help, especially with grounding and emotional healing. So this blue lace agate is good for nurturing and supporting a little bit less intensely than malachite. So if you watched yesterday's video, this is going to be a little bit more of a gentle emotional healing stone than like a malachite or a fire quartz or an African bloodstone. I think that's all the three that I covered yesterday. But definitely a lot more gentle than malachite. So if you are looking for something that will have a good emotional healing property to it, that will not be like, here's what you're doing wrong, here's what you need to fix, which malachite will help with. This will be like, oh, everything's gonna be okay, here's a few things you can do to get better, versus like, no, you're the problem. So if you're looking for that kind of energy, blue lace agate is more of that kind of energy. It does really help with fiery emotions as well. So if you have, like, if you get angry really quickly over small things, this would be a really calming stone to have with you. If you deal with just kind of emotional baggage, this is a really good stone to help heal that. It does carry a really strong vibration of positivity and hope as well. So it encourages a positive outlook and a cheerful attitude, even when dealing with difficult situations. So really good there. So it really is good for promoting hope and optimism and really being able to help you with clear communication, which is something that if you do struggle with communicating when you are like in the middle of an argument and really angry, which happens to most of us because we are human at the end of the day, which I've been there as well, don't worry. It can help you communicate clearly even when you are kind of in the heat of the moment, which is really nice. So this just gives you really good verbal communication, efficiency, and it helps you be more articulate as well in your emotions. So again, I'm using the example of being in an argument because that's kind of the best way for me to describe it. It's like if you're, pissed at your brother for stealing the last bit of your cereal, you don't want to scream at him. This is a good one to use for that. Just kind of take a few deep breaths, articulate how you feel in a rational way, because being rational in arguments, while very, very difficult, and not a lot of people are good at that, to be fair, this is a stone that can help you do that, and it will just help you come across as more put together. It will help your argument seem more valid and be more valid, because if you're able to articulate better, the better the argument will go for you. And I feel like I'm articulating better just holding this stone. So I hope that's kind of a good example, or maybe I'm just crazy and feeling a placebo effect, who knows. But this also helps with confidence as well. So it helps to get rid of any self-doubt and builds confidence in public speaking or during confrontation as well. This will also help you be more compassionate when you are listening. So it will help you with listening and helping those who struggle with speaking without thinking, promote thoughtfulness in conversation. So definitely will be a stone that you can use if like you're on a debate team or a lawyer or going to court. This is something, or you have a big presentation coming up. Definitely a good one to have in a palm stone or a bracelet. Put the palm stone in your pocket or the bracelet. Definitely a good one that will help you just not have those wild racing thoughts. So that is blue lace agate, and of course you can see this has some beautiful banding on it as well, which kind of makes it look like lace, which is why it is called blue lace agate. As of course I'm going to put this down so it knows that I'm going to start tripping over my words if I don't hold that. The last stone that we are going to be covering today is phoenix stone. So I have a massive tower of phoenix stone, which looks like this. So this is a stone that is comprised of a few different minerals, a few different minerals. There we go. So this has chrysocolla, it has malachite, which this one has a huge section of malachite, which is just a beautiful deep green there. And then this also has primarily chrysocolla with other minerals. So it has a few different ones, but the main ones are going to be chrysocolla and malachite. But this is a really good stone for rebirth, for transformation and emotional healing, and helping to overcome challenging times. Put the blue lace agate down, and I'm not speaking as clearly. I think I'm losing it. It's fine. This also helps with overcoming challenges, promoting clarity, and boosting wisdom for new beginnings, and just giving you basically rebirth. So I hope you can see the theme of why I paired these three stones together. Rebirth, grounding, communication, just all coming together to really promote thoughtfulness. Hey, there we go. See, I told you, there's a method to the madness. See, and now that I'm speaking this video out loud, it's clicking in my head. But this one is really, really good for using in meditation to promote a more peaceful environment, just giving yourself the space to really recharge, regrow, kind of really recenter your energy, really to just ground yourself and come back to a more rational, clear-headed state of mind. This one is actually really, really heavy, so I don't know how long I'll hold this, but this is really good for rebirth and transformation. The core symbolism of a phoenix is rising from destruction. So if you think of Harry Potter, if you think of Fox the Phoenix rising from the ashes, that's why this is called Phoenix Stone. It is really good for just keeping you grounded and centered. If you're going through the worst crisis of your life, you will rise. You will be okay. It's gonna just all come together eventually. So this one is a really good for rebirth and transformation. If you're switching careers, if you struggle with, if you're like going through a hard time, if you're struggling with a hard time, this is a really good one to look into getting or meditate with if you already have this in your collection. Really, really good for a personal reinvention, really good for emotional healing and calming. So this one can really help reduce panic. It really helps you just have a clear head when making tough decisions. Again, if you are going through a hard time in your life and you need to make a good, clear-headed, rational decisions, this is a good one to look into, again, either getting or meditating with if you already have it. This one really helps with focus and inner peace as well. This one does help with wisdom and communication, which again, the wisdom aspect is why I paired it with the, why do I feel like mariachi? I don't know. That's why I paired it with the petrified wood. So this can help with, again, just wisdom and communication. The chrysocolla aspect does help a lot with the wisdom and communication aspect of this stone. It can help your ability to communicate your ideas and to communicate your goals efficiently. So again, the communication aspect, that's why the blue lace agate is in this video. But it can help with empowerment as well, as this stone does encourage empowerment, personal growth, and the ability to overcome life's hardship. Again, really going back to the name of this stone, Phoenix Stone, just really think of being reborn, rebuilding from the ashes, because we can all do it. And a lot of people do face a lot of difficult times. You can bounce back from any situation at any time, regardless of if you have a stone to do it or not. That is sheer grit and willpower. That's how I got through college. Thank you. Anyways, so this can be used in meditation to really help with transforming your energy and just really taking every kind of loss or negative thing that happens to you and turning it into a positive. Because I promise you, what is happening to you might seem like the worst thing in the moment, but it will make you a stronger, better person, and it will change how you look at things and just make you look at things in a new light. And hopefully going forward, you take those things that happen to you, transform them into lessons of how to handle certain situations, how not to handle situations, how to react better in certain situations that you're put in, because we all get put in very interesting situations every day. So this is just one that will help you have a more positive outlook on the bad things happening in your life. This also does help with if you place this in your environment, it just really does help have a calming and grounding effect anywhere you put it. So I have it in my room, which I think just having your room or your house or your space wherever you are being a very good place to feel grounded and safe and comfortable is really important. So having something like this that is at a such high vibration that can help with that is definitely a plus of this stone. So this one, we're going to get into root chakras in just a second here, or what chakras it does help with. So this one can help with the root chakra, solar plex, heart, and throat chakra. Does again help with communication. It is good for transformation, relaxation, emotional healing, problem solving, or resolution. It can help with manifestation as well, rebirth, anger and stress, inspiration, communication. It can help with so many things, but this one is one that really resonates with quite a few of the zodiac signs, not as many as Blue Lace Agate, but primary would be Taurus, Gemini, Virgo, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Pisces. And this is one that really helps with fire, water, and storm energies. And this one is a 5 on the Mohs scale of hardness if you were interested. So that is the second installment, trying not to drop it, of the intermediate crystals 4 section. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. I hope it was somewhat coherent, and I will see you all in the next one soon. Bye guys.